Top 5 Super Bowl ads of 2022 and worst. How do you measure Super Bowl ad success? Some kneel at the altar of consensus with USA Today's ad meter. Some will look at direct impact on sales or brand awareness. At Fast Company, I adhere to an evaluation process that revolves around entertainment value, how the creative actually addresses the product or brand, and whether or not it invoked an eye roll, full body cringe, or rather aggressive dry heaving. Ultimately, commercials like film, music, art, or any other piece of culture are subjective. There are no wrong answers. On to the countdown. Okay, I know. Hear me out. This is a brand no one has talked about for years. And now parent Colgate-Palmolive decides to jump into the soap wars with a Super Bowl ad. There were so many ways this could go. Ultimately, we get an oddly fun mix of Old Spice meets Skittles crossed with Midsommar. I don't know, but I'm a sucker for advertising. The setting is steeped in the brand's vintage work. The tagline "Smell from a nice smelling place" echoes the man your man could smell like. And that creepy bunny harks back to Skittles singing Rabbit from 2006. All without coming off like a copycat. Ultimately, it's a spot that is just weird enough to get your attention for a brand you haven't seen since you had to shower at your grandparents' place. And it provided the game with a much-needed dose of actual WTF. Lay's February 2nd, 2022. This ad was tailor-made for the Super Bowl. You can almost hear the Don Draper-style pitch. Two very likable, famous, and funny faces dropped into a montage of ridiculous situations to keep you interested and giggling for 60 seconds. Created by Agency High Dive, a smaller agency jam-packed with big game vets. The agency has found a formula that works and continues to execute it in a variety of ways. Last year's ad meter topping Rocket Mortgage ad with Tracy Morgan. Funny guy in a montage of ridiculous situations. The best rated ad of 2020 was the agency's Jeep ad, Groundhog Day, starring Bill Murray. Funny guy. Montage, you get the idea. Add to that the proven Rudd-Rogan chemistry, and you've hit standout Super Bowl levels. Automotive ads are the meat and potatoes of any Super Bowl advertising lineup. These brands are a constant in the ever-shifting landscape of marketer trends and emerging industries. Toyota had a heartwarming Olympic story. Kia tried to split the difference between cute animals and innovation with a robo-dog. And I'm not even going to acknowledge the comedic blasphemy of GM's Austin Powers reboot spot. Both BMW and Nissan went with big, conceptual Hollywood takes. The former used Arnold Schwarzenegger and Salma Hayek pinned as Greek gods and didn't quite hit the mark. Nissan, on the other hand, collected a fun variety of faces: Brie Larson, Dana Aguilera, and Dave Bautista to surround the legendary Eugene Levy in an action flick spoof that actually uses the product as the central character throughout. Levy is as versatile as ever, going from goofy to suave quicker than you can say armed and dangerous. The Catherine O'Hara cameo is just a bonus. This spot has everything. A Super Friends mix of sports stars and celebrities, the Big Lebowski tribute, and a grade A Super Bowl pun. That's all you really need. Peyton Manning, golfer Brooks Koepka, soccer legend Alex Morgan, NBA star Jimmy Butler, WNBA star Nneka Ogwumike, and Serena Williams are all strapping on the rental shoes served up by Steve Buscemi. It's fun to imagine these folks gathering at the alley for their Tuesday night league, tipping back a few low-carb suds and talking trash. ELOS Showdown is no just dropped in by Kenny Rogers, but it gets the job done. Once again, we're back to Amazon, starring celebrity couple Scarlett Johansson and Colin Jost. The ad shows us what might happen if Alexa knows a bit too much about us. Since launching last Monday, the ad had more than 50 million views on Amazon's YouTube channel by Sunday morning, and been gleefully covered by global press. So by most metrics, it was a hit well before kickoff. At its most basic level, we have a celebrity couple put in funny situations with the actual product at the center of the joke. That last part is the difference between a funny ad like Lay's and this one. Rudd and Rogan could have been bonding over just about any snack or soda, while the appearance of a familiar big-name face boosts a brand's chances of getting your attention, somewhere between third down, a second beer, and that fourth plate of wings. If the spot doesn't effectively involve your product or brand until that final logo flash, the celebrity is the only thing anyone will remember. Amazon and its longtime Super Bowl ad agency Lucky Generals have crafted a proven Formula for big game success. And it's executed here once again to near perfection. They did it in 2018 with Alexa Loses Her Voice. In 2019 with Not Everything Makes the Cut. In 2020 with Before Alexa. And again last year with Alexa's New Body. Each pairs a fun, unexpected celebrity or celebrities with a montage of borderline absurd situations involving the brand's virtual assistant. Again, that last part is the not-so-secret sauce. And every single one of these ads scored at the top or close to all Super Bowl ad rankings in their respective years. The formula, creatively interpreted each time, simply works. And this Johansson Josted keeps the streak alive. And now, the worst ad of the 2022 Super Bowl, directed by Academy Award winner Chloe 07 Zhao and made with agency Vayner Media. Budweiser once again swings for the barnyard fences with a heartwarming Clyde's tale. Problem is, there isn't much of a story. The horse carelessly attempts to jump a barbed wire fence, even though it's clearly a workhorse built for pulling wagons, hauling goods, and working the land. It's no Dutch warm blood. It suffers a heinous leg injury and looks destined for the glue factory. The dog seems to not want this to happen. A few worried glances are exchanged over a beer and a fire. Seasons change. And voila! The horse miraculously recovers. The end. What we needed here was to form some kind of emotional connection with these two characters and their friendship. What we needed was a Rocky IV-style training montage in which the horse is Rocky and the dog is Uncle Polly. Budweiser is no stranger to crafting stories about a dog and a Clydesdale that tug the heartstrings. The brand topped Super Bowl ad rankings in 2014 with Puppy Love, and again with Lost Dog in 2015. Two ads that at least introduce some stakes as well as context to the relationship between the pooch and the horse. Here we get none of that, just a collection of images seemingly slapped together to make us go WW, but with nothing beyond that. There may be more poorly executed ads that ran during the game. WeatherTech has a standing reservation at that table. GM's Austin Powers Abomination and Meta's Metaversing of the Chucky Cheese band failed in their missions of presenting a bold future for those companies. But Bud is the most disappointing. The venerable beer brand possesses all the resources, talent, pedigree, heritage, and obvious enthusiasm for the big game spotlight. But this year, the result was just skunky.